Oh, hey, darling. It's nice to see you back. You know, it's been a little bit since you came into my bookstore. It made me think that maybe with how flirtatious I was being, that it might have scared you off. But I'm glad to see that I'm still irresistible to you. God. But actually, what took you so long? I was actually beginning to miss you. No. Oh, just work. I understand that. Does that mean I can expect that you picked up another job? Wow, that must be so hard. At least I'm happy that we can spend this time together. Still making time for me whenever you're busy. You're so sweet. But, do you want to return your book? Mm-hmm. And it's my turn this week. Well, calling it a week at this point feels weird, but we normally do it weekly, so maybe just a force of habit. This is the book I want us to read. It's a nice, sweet, lovey-dovey thing with only slight toxic relationships, because I know how much you get about them. Though, between you and me, I think a bit of how mushy you get whenever things go bad in them is why I like you so much. You're at your sweetest when you're at your weakest. Makes you ripe for the taking. God. You know, darling, I can smell how you just sprayed your perfume on before getting on here. It's sweet how you prep yourself for me. You aren't doing it for anyone else now, are you? 'Cause I may be able to live with you being apart from me, but you being apart from me for someone else's sake. No, I think that could drive me insane. God. It'd be like the books we read about, darling. Or I guess I read about. I know you're not exactly into the ideas that I am, but those stories where they finally find their one and only true love, just to hold their hand and elope with them, taking them fully for themselves. That's the most beautiful thing that anything can do. It kind of makes me hope that it's not just fiction, despite knowing that probably is. But I guess that's what fiction's for. It's to make sure that we keep hoping for a better future, or at least a more personalized one. I mean, even in this world, people could believe in magic, ghosts, fantastical things. But most fantastical thing my mind could seem to be fixated on is you, and and what and what me and you might be. Darling, you can't tell me to stop teasing, because if I was teasing, you would know. This one's flirting. you've you've just been away from me so long, so it's hard to keep these sweet words from you. I've been writing notes to myself about how much I miss you. So maybe I was practicing for you. Would you like that? To know that I was working hard for you? I hope so, darling. It'd be a shame if my hard work went unnoticed. Don't worry, darling. Yeah. You know, darling, ever since you came your way into my little bookshop, every time that anyone else comes in here, I try to put up with them, but I'd lie if I weren't to say that it made the whole place feel tainted. This is the place where I found myself, where I found myself in you, through my love, through my devotion. So when people try to steal this from me, this holy place, it makes me rather aggravated. But I put up with them because if I didn't have this place, that means I'd get a real job. And I think you want to make sure I have a stable income. Though maybe I shouldn't be in books if that's what I want. Though it's the hope. Making enough with this little shop so that I could pamper you for the rest of your life. God, you have really made me pent up. Being away from me for so long, I guess it made me way more flirty. But the red all over you would imply that, Jay, maybe, just maybe, you're enjoying receiving more than I like giving. Which is nice, you're way better at that end. Cutie. God. Now I'll rent you out this book, and there you are. They're a little personal book club. I don't know. It makes this whole thing feel so much more special. Well, okay, don't leave. You just got here. I don't want you to go just yet. In fact, darling, this isn't only a bookstore. I also sleep upstairs. It's pretty cozy. I have a heater right next to the bed. Sometimes it gets sweaty, but most of the time it's comfy. Maybe you wouldn't mind joining me under the cup. So I was thinking, just maybe you might not be completely against joining me under the covers. Not for any of that. Don't let your mind wander. I just want to cuddle. And I'll grab my copy of this book. And we can read together. And when we reach the end of the chapter, we could talk about it. And of course, you'll hear me whine and complain for about an hour. And you'll act like you don't enjoy it, but then you're going to ask me to keep talking about it after it's done. Does that sound about right, darling? That's my cute little thing. God, I really do love you. You know I'm gonna make you say it back one of these days, right? It's not gonna be long. So, do your best for me, okay? Let's head upstairs. There you are, darling. You're really soft. You know, you make it hard to imagine not falling asleep. God. You do more for me than any sleeping pill ever could. You know, darling, I really did want to read. You know, you would never get the impression that I had insomnia around you. But I have rather bad insomnia. I could go for days without feeling need to sleep. But around you, you feel so soft. You make me feel like nothing in this world can harm me. You make me feel like I hardly even exist outside of your loving gaze. It makes it hard not to just doze off. It's not fair, darling. I want to spend more time with you. I want to hold you tighter. But you're making it really hard. Not to just fall asleep. Darling, if if I if I fall asleep, will you be here when I wake? I know you're busy, darling, but I just want to be around you. I want to know that you care about me like I care about you. So, darling, promise me? Promise me you'll be here whenever I wake. Thanks, darling. I really do love you. Feel free to sleep as well. And maybe if you're really, really like that, you could touch a few places. Of course, I mean my head, dummy. Your mind's in the gutter. But I'd rather you be dirty with me than dirty with someone else. God. You really have a power over me. I'm not even gonna be able to say goodnight, am I?